Greetings, beautiful beings, wholeness, beautiful friends. I feel so happy and grateful that you have clicked on this message, this channeled message. Welcome to Runes of Silvertree. My name is N.R. Silvertree, and let's get started with the reading. Let's just jump right into it. So this, I believe, is the last message of the Wild Boar Medicine, part of the Wild Boar Season 1 that I have established on this channel. These readings are the beginning of something very beautiful, I believe, and I feel in my heart. As you can see here, you see tally marks, right? You see the number 5. Wow, just pick that up. We're in 2021. And with the Wild Boar energy, which is one of my guides, and the Wild Boar energy rules my earth energy. Okay, so the energy here that I see is the importance of community, of union, of working together. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I see arms, people holding, wrapping their arms around each other. I see also 1, 2, 3, 4 people holding someone. It could be someone ill, someone healthy, someone who needs help. I see that this is a very powerful energy, and it's very I don't really say that it's because that 5 energy is very it deals with man, humankind, the pentagram, right? All the alchemists, humanity, right? Because you have, if you can imagine the pentagram, it is the first point of the star is the ether, I believe, and then the others water, earth, wind, fire. I can't remember specifically. People get really freaked out when they see the pentagram. Oh my God, witchcraft! Oh my God, they have no idea that that's actually the shape of the human. We are stars. Anyway, so another topic for another time. This is community, the importance of finding your vibe. When you find your vibe, you'll find your tribe. That saying has been floating around my mind body for a while. When you find your vibe, you will find your tribe, right? Because when you become aware of the vibration of you and the frequency of you and the type of energy you have within yourself that you want to share with other people, you then find other like-minded people. You find other like-hearted people as well. So I see the importance of community is getting very, very, very more and more and more, and it's holding a lot more priority than what people realize, especially in these times that we are in the coming age of the Aquarius. That wind energy, right? You better hold on to somebody. Look, we are all need other people, right? We all need each other. We're a very social species. We have a need that must be met on a deep level, right? You can't just operate in the world by yourself. Look at that. No, you need people. We need to work together. So as far as this says to me, focus on your values and principles, and don't judge people on their political opinions, their religious beliefs. Okay, these are things that it's part of the Maya, it's part of the illusion, where people will say, oh, because you're Democrat, you're Republican, this is how you are, this is how it should be, this is what your values are because you're this way or that way, or conservative or liberal or antichrist or Christ. I like it. There's so many categories that we're missing the effing point. We are human. First, we're multidimensional beings having a human experience, right? Then we're human. Then we're male or female. Then we're our ethnicity, and then we're our sexuality. We're our, the roles that we play. We're a child, we're a mother, we're a father, we're an employer, we're their employee, you know, we have so many titles and roles, and I feel the foundation of it all is what connects us. What is the bond that connects, the red man, black man, white man, yellow man? Like, what is it? Oh, yeah, I know. Source. Spirit. That's what connects and unites humanity. Not your political views and not your religious or even spiritual dogma, right? Your whatever you use to get through the day when you're having a hard time, right? What makes us human, you know? I can easily say that this is wind, water, fire, earth, but the most important thing that bonds them all together is source, is love. That's also is what I see, is love. Pure, wonderful love. That's what I'm seeing here. Next. So this is what it looks like. Just 5 tally marks. But I see so much more. I really do. Okay? Turn it around. This is what you see. I see ribs. I see that, excuse me. Oh my gosh, I'm gassy. Excuse me. I see ribs. I see the spine, the spinal column, right? Each vertebrae, the spinal cord, the spinal fluid, very vital kundalini energy. This is what I'm seeing now. But back on the ribs and the, which ties to the respiratory system and how important it is, right? And also I see a cage. I just heard the word cage. Like most people feel that they're in a cage. And then what's really, really twisted is that we're being told it's okay to be in the cage. It's okay. Well, you'll get out soon. It's okay. It's okay. Just stand in there. And you're like, all right, I'll do what you say. Right? It's very, very interesting. And one thing that's really been on my heart as well is that, and this is my own personal judgment of the human collective at this point. I would be labeled as a millennial. I'm in my early 30s now. Born in the late 80s. And I'll say, generations before me, 2, 3, or 4 generations before me, dealt with the evils and darkness of war. You had young men, boys, 18 years old, 18, 17, 18, 19 years old, going off to war, to fight another man's war, not his war. Because we all have our own internal war that we must face before we leave this earth, right? We have the internal war. But my point is that I believe, this is my personal feelings and opinions, they may change, but I believe that our ancestors that came decades before us, that probably some of them are in their 70s or 60s, 70s, and 80s, had more backbone, had more spine. Really. Now, whether their actions were misguided or they were pre-programmed or whatever, I feel like there's a lot more guts back then with people standing up for what they believed in. Now, there's always issues with having a spine, right? Because your personal beliefs, may override someone else's personal beliefs, and then you have conflict. And it's that finding that connection between your fellow man, fellow woman, fellow child, fellow human being that can possibly override that conflict of deferring beliefs, okay, belief systems. But when I say that, we have no spine, I'm just saying, I think of the people in 1960s, fight like out in the streets. I mean, getting beat down because they were And they were, most of them weren't even violent. It was purely out of the desperate need for change and evolution. And nowadays, I find that I feel like society and humanity is being pampered in a way. We're being fed some poison with sugar mixed in to make it go down easier. We're being fed poison, a very sweet, addictive, very, I don't know, it's very, very, it's a toxin, and we're consuming it. But there are those who are developing their spine, that awakening. If you can see that coil of the snake, of the serpent energy, of the kundalini. Now, some people will try to open their kundalini by force. Others, it's spontaneous. Mine was spontaneous. I'll save that for another video. It was like I was destined. It was my fate to experience that awakening. It was very visceral. I will say that. But my point is that we're going to have to activate. This experience, what we're going through in the earth plane right now, it's a different type of war. And it's a war on consciousness itself. Now, other masters, the practitioners of, the occult will probably say, well, we've been doing this for millennia. The war has been going on for millennia. Before the Great Fall, we were here, and now we're here. However, I really find especially that it's more tied to technology than what we realize. And they're using technology. They are using technology in the way to control this kind of kundalini serpent energy here that I see. And it's going to have to take the individual to go through these steps. I also see steps here of initiation. We're going to have to go through the water initiation, the wind initiation, the fire initiation, and the earth initiation. These are initiations that the individual human being will have to face. You'll have to. You can choose. You can choose to ignore it. That is your choice. That is free will. However, I would highly recommend you don't. Now, maybe some of you are asking, well, Nadia, what in the heck do you mean? The water initiation, fire initiation, earth initiation, wind initiation. Think about it. Water flows, it moves. Water is symbolic for your emotions. Okay, I'm giving a general definition of what these energies mean. The fire energy is your sexual energy, creativity, the passion that you have behind the things that you do, and the drive, right? Then you have your wind energy of communication. Okay, the ability to think, your thoughts, right? And then you have the earth energy, the ability to manifest, to build, right? That your health, the health of your body, your health of the physical body. There's so much here, and everyone has to go through these initiations in their life to activate, to fully be an alchemist. You must go through these initiations. You must identify what they are in your own way. My way is with elements and with animals right now, and meditation and breath, and just, like this. I'm going through a space where I'm challenging myself and taking a risk yet again in my life, where not everything's planned out, but I have my goals, I have ideas, but it's truly discovering the place where I belong, and having the right gumption to say no and to say yes. Like, this is what I need. Really, really, like, stepping into my power as an individual human being, and not just the servant, right? Not just this person that I'm just meant to serve other people, and not to explore my own desires, my own shadows, my own wants and needs. Also, this has been on my heart that we are all looking for the solution. You can also see that these are problems and obstacles and conflicts right here. Okay, this is you, and you're just doing you, and then you're just like block, 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 block. This is the human collective, and these are our blocks, right? And we're all asking ourselves, you know, what man, all this is going on, you know, like we're being controlled, being manipulated, blah 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 blah, or these people aren't following the rules, you know, these people aren't they're what do you call it? Anarchists, right? They need to follow the rules, they need to wear the masks. I feel like people are becoming more and more extreme with their beliefs, or what they're led to believe. But this is a human collective, and what was my point? The solution, right? So the solution to humanity's problem starts with the individual. If the individual, okay, chooses to activate the earth, wind, fire, water, energies, and of course, spirit, source, ether. And then you have another individual. Then you have another individual. And then you have another individual. And then this stream of consciousness just it begins to expand. You have another individual and another and another and another. Oh my goodness. You know, it's a very interesting time because you can't truly get caught. You can allow yourself to be entertained by the game. Allow yourself to be entertained by the game. Go right ahead. You know, and I'm speaking to myself as well because, you know, I do find it entertaining watching some of these videos of these, you know, psychoanalysis of you know, the cult and the music industry and entertainment industry and the movie industry and the oil industry and the agricultural industry and the pharmaceutical industries. Like, it's entertaining. It's almost like it's like brain porn. You're like, ooh, what's happening next? Who's corrupt? Who's doing what? But we're using this entertainment to avoid making and meeting our individual self and the power that we have, the choices that we have to make. Everything that we do individually affects the human collective, and everything the human collective does as a collective affects the individual. Our money can hide it, the lack thereof can hide it. There's some people who are like, I can't do it anymore, I'm going off grid. So you go off grid, right? You quit the job, you leave all the money behind, you only have 2 pair of underwear, you know, you go off, you grow a beard, you grow your armpit hair for the ladies, like you're just all like natural. And you're thinking to yourself, I finally made it out of the system. But it doesn't work that way. Or you can be the opposite. You can be like, you know what? I'm going to assimilate. I'm going to follow all the rules. I'm going to be conditioned and programmed. I want to play the game. I want to play the synthetic role. I don't want to miss out. I don't want to be told if I don't take this shot that my kids can't go to school. I don't want to be told that if I don't take this shot, I can't travel abroad. I don't want to be told if I don't take this shot, I can't show to work the next day. So I'm going to comply. Right? I'm going to say this. Then I'm going to close out. I'm working on a series that I am debating if I should share it, if I should produce like a mini series, like a movie, a film about it, about this topic. But I also see rise of technocracy, of technological advancements that I believe are trying to override human consciousness in its own way. And it's taking form right now as I speak. And I also see a major split, a divide. We can work together or we can work apart. But I kid you not, if we choose to divide ourselves from ourselves, there's definitely someone who's pulling the strings. What is the divide, Naja? Well, there will be a divide of the what I call a group of the Orgas, okay, meaning organic people who are returning to the earth, returning to balance, returning to what is natural to them. Is it wrong? No. Is it right? No. It's just a path. Then you'll have the synths. I call the synthetic path, the portals, right? We all of us are already integrated to a certain extent. We all have some kind of technological device that helps us get through the day, and it's very, very, what's the word? When something makes something easier. I can't really recall it. Anyway, but the divide is here. Okay, I'm not really looking at politics because politics is just politics. The same for me. The same groups, conservatives and liberals, are two different sides of the same coin. They're the same coin, so it doesn't bother me. Okay, I got caught up in it a little bit, but I didn't vote. So anyway, so the Orga and the synths. I'll go into this more when I choose to share this series, and because this is something that I see a lot of on this platform, especially of, the downsides of social media and technology, and they're spying on you, blah, blah, blah. And it's like human beings can go one way and return to the earth, and then another group can completely assimilate into the synthetic world, meaning we're chips, get all the vaccines that are needed to be part of society. Be open to people. Oh, being open to paying for your privacy. You're gonna have to pay for privacy. That's coming, like within this decade. You wanna, be at home, or you're wanting to have a nice romantic, space, or you don't. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to pay for privacy. There was a time where privacy was just a given, normal, organic right, but now it's going to become a luxury that only certain people and individuals will be able to afford if they decide to stay in the synthetic world. Here's my pitch to you, my dear listener. You must remain in the middle. And you're like, Naja, wow. There's so many people who are already making that transition. They want to be more sustainable. They want to be independent from the systems, from the matrix, from the program, from the simulation. And then you have this other group that are like all about it. They want to share all their information. They want you to know when they pick their nose. They want you to know when they wipe their ass. They want you to know the ins and outs of their marriage. They want you to know how they raise their kids, how they feed. You see it on YouTube. You see families literally opening themselves up to complete strangers, and it's a very interesting phenomenon because it's happening so fast. It's happening so fast, and then you have the group that are like, oh my God, they're taking our rights away. My pitch to you is be the observer. Be the ultimate observer. Know how to network between the organic path and the synthetic path. You're gonna have to, because either way, the organic way is just the original organic biological technology that we have as just being human. Okay, and then you have the synthetic where they're trying to assimilate society into a more fabricated world. What? You want to grow your own food? Why? We grow foods in the lab. You know what I'm saying? What? You want to hunt your own food? Why? We cloned Betsy the cow, last week. Like it's gonna get really interesting. That's all I have to say. I can't say it's gonna get negative or positive. Each side has its own issues. But be the ultimate observer. And the saving grace, I believe the saving grace of humanity is this: community. Working together. This is a frequency that has these four people, these four men, women, human beings connected, is the frequency and vibration. And not everyone's going to, not every community and not every tribe is going to be of love and light. That's another thing. I want to say this, and I keep saying I want to say this, and then I'll wrap it up. The movie The Stand, which is, I believe, a more realistic approach to an actual pandemic than what we're seeing here. What I'm seeing, and what all the, there was a time where I was interested in having a medical career in the medical field. Changed my mind. But that movie written by, or the book written by Stephen King, about what like a pandemic is. Like in the book, I read it, and in the TV show from like the 90s, I read it, or I watched it, and it's more accurate on what an actual real like outbreak is to me than whatever the heck is going on right now. Because whatever's going on right now seems, this is energy cord. It seems so orchestrated. Like, oh God. That's why to me it's just entertaining. It's just entertainment for me. Sometimes I do get sad and depressed and angry and alone, and I feel lonely because of the human collective. Everyone's feeling it. Everybody. But man, where was I gonna go with that movie? Right. Wow, gosh, I was gonna go somewhere with. Yeah, it's a very accurate. Oh yes, tribe. Okay, so in the story with this whole outbreak, you have, I mean, probably tens of thousands of people being wiped out per week. Okay, like dropping dead. Okay, and what's very interesting, there's so many people that are gone and that are wiped out and that die and that transition, that it really, like, humanity is decimated. Okay, there's only a small group of people, and it's so interesting because everyone, you have all these human beings meeting up, in these cities and states. Some of them are completely alone, and they see a fellow human being, right, and they make this connection. But there's a spiritual war going on, and one woman, this older woman, is calling one group of people. She's calling her tribe, and then there's another who's calling his tribe. And so it's very interesting. And one tribe is like really vibrating low. I mean, it's like the one tribe sets up in Las Vegas, okay, Sin City, and another one, and then the other is like set up in this very small, dainty, very quiet, quaint town. So it's pretty. I would recommend, if you're. I'm not gonna watch that again because I don't want to, already put more crap in my subconscious mind, but about this, the whole outbreak or pandemic or whatever you want to call it, and I'm not trying to downplay those who have transitioned because of this, because I've had personally people in my life that's been affected. So what I'm trying to say is, when it comes to the technocracy, be able to tune into the biological world and the synthetic one, because all of it's part of a bigger program, a bigger assimilation. It's like a dream within a dream within a dream within a dream within a dream. Is it still a dream, or is it real? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You tap into your vibe, you'll find your tribe. Your tribe will find your vibe. They will. The right people. And look, when I say right people, I mean wherever you're vibrating. So if you're vibrating super low, you're gonna attract that in your tribe, right? if you're of the higher mind and more of integration and being a balanced individual, you're going to find that your tribe will find you. For me, I find that, as a projector, it's like, okay, because anytime I go out of my way to look for something, it doesn't always really pan out too great. However, if someone's out there looking for me, it's because I'm in the right vibration to receive it. So, tune into your vibration, know your vibe, you will find your tribe. Or the tribe will find your vibe. That just might be the title of this message. Thank you so much for listening. This one was a little bit heavier message, but I think it was equally as important. I will continue making this message, or my messages, for the season of the White Wolf, the house of the wind energy. The White Wolf is my guide, and I'm very excited. There's something about this summer I'm really excited for, and in this transition. I'm scared, okay? Oh my God. But I'm really just in this different space. Thank you so much for listening. Oh, and one more thing. Please visit Sounds of Silvertree. That's my second YouTube channel if you like to listen to my experimental, creative, musical videos. Also, please, if you would like to work one-on-one with me, please visit my website, www.silvertreesounds.com. You can message me there, or you can just directly message Silvertree at silvertreesounds.com. Thank you so much.